What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to this latest episode of the Ominus morning show. I'm running really late. I'm really sorry about that. I'm like 4 minutes behind. I should be on time, but I've had a few things happen last minute. But I'm okay. I'm here, and we're here. We're going to do the show, and I'm excited. I'm having a returning guest. This person's been on the show before, and we're going to dive into the latest campaign because this person is not a, a newcomer when it comes to doing comics. This person's been doing comics for a long time, and I'm excited about today's IP because I got the first book. I wasn't able to get the second and third. Maybe I can get the catch up tiers. But yes, so we're gonna have today's show, and then I have a few announcements at the end of the show, and that's it. So please kick back, relax, and put your hands together for my next for my guest. Hold on, let me make sure I do this right. please welcome please welcome to the show my good friend Edwin Acevedo. Please claps. Yeah, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Just trying to make sure I don't sabotage the show ahead of time. What's going on, man? What brings you to the show today? Tell us
You know me,
how you
brother.
got.
I'm always grinding. I'm always putting out new
Yeah,
books.
yeah.
So got the new project Ace Volume 3 right now on Indiegogo.
Nice.
Just trying to get this funded right here. We got another like 38 days to go. So doing good so far.
Yeah, excellent, man. And this is a 60-day campaign
Yep.
or 60-day. Awesome.
hmm
So this launched a few days ago, and tell us for the people that are new to your IPs, what Ace is about.
Sure. So the Ace is the story of a young man, David Diaz, who's trying to figure out his purpose in life. And one day he discovers the remains of a shooting star, which grants him the ability to transform into a powerful armored being. And basically, he becomes the most sought after object in the entire universe as aliens from across the galaxy trying to hunt him down and take their armor for their own agendas.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically, in volume one, we introduce David and the Ace, and he meets his first kind of alien, Akula, the giant shark creature that's on the cover there. And yeah, so David basically has to outsmart him and defeat him. And then it ends on a cliffhanger. And then we lead to volume two, which introduces new aliens called the Godless. The chick with the white hair, she's part of that crew. And yeah, they basically convince Ace to come with them to their home planet to get some answers about the armor. So he
Nice.
agrees to go, and then he gets ambushed by Angelique, who's the chick with the wings. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I remember
after a
her from
big
the first
yeah,
campaign. Yeah, yeah.
so yeah, after the fight, Ace and Desi are able to take her down, and then they think everything's smooth sailing to get to their home planet, and then surprise, there's a new threat called the hyena, the hyena creatures. Yeah, so
Nice.
yeah, they're this basically army of these ferocious warmongering aliens who want the armor for themselves. So now Ace has to team up with his enemies Akula and Angelique to try and stop the Hive from overtaking them. So this is a fun little team up issue. Kind of builds up everything that has been set up in the first two issues.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's a lot.
definitely. I remember in the first issue, Akula coming into the scene. I didn't get second, but hopefully I'll be able to get the digital tier this time.
Yeah.
And but yeah, is Ibai, because I remember back then Ibai Canales was the artist of that issue. Is he coming back to, or I think you have a new artist for this?
Oh no, buys he does the art for all the main stories of the Ace. So yeah,
Sweet.
he's back again. How Comics is the he does the epilogue story that shot right there with the sea creature. That's Alan.
Yeah, yeah,
How
Alan
Comics art.
Owens.
Yeah, so he does the backup story. Each Ace has like a main story, and then it's like a couple page epilogue story that's gonna tie into the main story later on. It's usually by a different artist. So Hal's done some stuff before. Sweens has done stuff before in the epilogue.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the,
the art
the
looks great. Yeah, see, yeah, here we have pages of advice, if I'm not mistaken, right? This is
Yep.
yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. Canales and Howe just are meshing great together. This is their second
Mhm.
issue. I had a different colorist in for the first Ace. So yeah, so they really blended together, man. Just think the art has kind of leveled up all around. It's a really beautiful book. Like I wish I could show more pages, but basically everything after the first 4 pages is a spoiler. So you gotta keep some of the
Yeah,
secrets,
you
but
got
yeah.
minimize it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it gets really good. Like the art and everything just really pops. Each page just gets better and
See,
better, man. So super happy with how everything turned out.
yeah, it looks great. The logo work, yeah, everything. The Kula, the characters, the art looks great. I think the colorist adds a different punch to it. It looks really nice. Um, yeah, I'm really digging everything. Looks really dope. And then you got the awesome cover by Dan Dahl. No, you can never
The other
go
one
wrong.
lonely. Can't go
Yeah,
wrong with Dan. Big fan of him. I'm glad I was finally able to get a window where he was free. He's usually
yeah.
booked up, so I was able to kind of grab him
See,
for this. I'm a big X-Men fan. Anybody who knows me,
yeah,
so it's
definitely,
kind of
man.
very much based on the '90s X-Men covers. There's tons of uh, issues of X-Men where you have all the X-Men running towards like an enemy, whether it's Magneto, Apocalypse, all that kind of stuff. So I
Yeah,
wanted to like
definitely.
homage that, and then Eugene did the colors for this cover.
Yeah,
He's
he's
done
an
a lot of
excellent colorist. Yeah,
he's done a lot of stuff with Phil.
yeah.
Usually, has put them together. So I reached out, was able to get him to color that. Yeah, just a beautiful piece that kind of really kind of brings the whole group dynamic together.
Yeah,
Remember when
definitely.
Dan sent me the piece, I was like, yeah, this looks right. Because wonder, because you wonder like, how everything's gonna look when they're all together like that. But it really pops and really kind of, even though they're all completely different, they fit together somehow.
Yeah, they blend well. Yeah, he's got yeah, Dan's got a great knack for like posing figures just right
Mhm.
on the page. His compositions and stuff is great. Like his cover for Lost Pages 3, excellent. His
Mhm.
cover for Pages 2 was also excellent. And just his work in general is really really awesome stuff. I'm a big fan of Dan.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I'm glad that you were able to get him for the cover. It looks great. It looks dope. A lot of dynamic stuff here. Awesome, man. So we're going into space this time around.
Oh yeah. Like I said, the cool thing about Ace is, uh, in his world, there's no superheroes. There's no.
Yeah,
He doesn't know that there's any aliens or anything. It's a completely normal world, so we can
yeah,
basically start from scratch and introduce a whole universe of characters and creatures and aliens and stuff, and we can kind of start off brand new without any preconceived notions. So, it's fun to
sweet,
kind of take that into space.
nice. Yeah, that also has like some X Men influence also, like when they go fight the Shield and stuff like that. So
Yep.
yeah, you can see some of the influences there. Because I think you
But
mentioned
yeah.
all. I think it was in a different stream that you had mentioned that the 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 design choices for the blue and yellow suits here is from also homage to the X Men. I think.
Yeah, the godless suits, they're definitely based off the yellow and blue X-Men suits. That was
Yeah,
like a big kind of thing that I told Canales and Alan to kind of pattern that after.
yeah, it came out
And
great, man.
yeah, and like I said, so you can see like a lot of, another thing that influences the Aces, Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah,
So the different aliens, the different settings, the different worlds, all that kind of stuff. We definitely want to play with that.
yeah, definitely, man. And what like are you offering, for example, like I see that you're offering also an action figure. Is there going to be like a uh slam buddies also available for this campaign, or is that
Not for this one. The Slam Buddies was for the last campaign. We offered the
yeah,
Akula one. So
yeah,
those came out great. We want to do something a little different. I found this guy JB Customs. I'm part of this wrestling board with him, and I've seen some of his work. And he basically does a lot of like retro figures, kind of like the old like Hasbro
yeah,
style. But
That's
he
what it
does
looks
them.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of them for like different independent wrestlers and different stuff like that. So originally, when I hit him up, I was just thinking of doing something simple for the figure. I just wanted to do like David in street clothes with maybe like the Ace logo on like a shirt or something. Just
Yeah.
something simple. And then, he was talking to me and he talked that he wanted to take a crack at the armor and everything. And I was like, hey, man,
Yeah.
go
Go for
for
it,
it.
man.
And
Yeah.
he killed it, man. He's just super talented
Yeah.
designer. And like I said, he has a removable helmet, which was the
Oh,
piece that
sweet.
kind of sold it on me. So yeah, I actually have it here.
Let's see. Hold up. Let's see if I can put you. Hold on just a
Yeah.
second.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. You see, it's based on the old Hasbro's. It's got only a couple of points of articulation, but then when you take off the helmet,
Oh, that's
I think,
awesome.
yeah,
Oh,
so helmet's super cool. It's got to be a
that's
little
dope.
careful when you put it on them and stuff. But yeah, man. So it's really cool. You get to see the paint looks great. These are all hand painted and stuff. I love how the little logo on the front came out and everything.
Yeah.
It's got the hand for like the blade there. So yeah, man, it's just something cool. Very limited. These aren't cheap, but it's a cool little collectible.
Is there only like a limited amount of these
Yeah,
figures
there's only
available?
10 available. Yeah.
Oh crap!
So
You
yeah,
guys
these are
need to get
super
on that. Only 10
limited.
available.
I would love to do some Akula ones for the next campaign if we sell these out.
Hey,
Love
that's
to hit them
awesome.
up again. So maybe do some Akula ones and put them together.
And you're entering. This is book three, and is this art going to finish in book three, or you have like, or are there more issues planned for for this story arc that you have for Ace and the Godless?
Yeah. So the first kind of story arc is 4 issues. The way I've laid
Four
it out.
issues.
So next one's gonna bring it to kind of a close, and then kind of 5 we start off in like a new adventure. But yeah, man, Ace was my baby.
Yeah.
It's the thing that kind of brings out like the young kind of comic book fan in me. I always say like the like 12-year-old me. If I saw like Ace at like a on like a spinner rack at like a store or something, I'd grab it. It kind of inspires that from me. So yeah, I got a lot of cool stories and ideas that I want to tell with the characters. So hopefully we can keep it going.
That's awesome. Yeah, and this is going to be an ongoing series. I'm assuming, right? You're going to go way past issue five and
Yeah,
so forth.
definitely. Yes,
That's
many as
awesome.
we can get funded, we'll
Yeah,
continue
yeah,
putting
definitely.
them out.
Yeah, I have no doubts it's a good fun. The people love the Ace. Yeah, I have no doubt. Yeah, you're more than halfway there. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man, we're close to 50 backers. So
yeah.
that's awesome. I also say like any body who backs during like a live stream
Oh,
will get an exclusive piece of art. It's not finished yet. That's why I haven't shown it. I'm having somebody draw up something cool. So yeah, and it's the only way to get it. It won't be offered on the campaign. You just back during a live stream and put your backer number in, or you can hit me up and I'll put you
oh,
down for it.
sweet.
So it's gonna be something cool, a little
Hey,
exclusive.
yeah, man. Hey, Duck, you need to get on that if you haven't already.
That's right.
You get
Jump
on
on
that.
it.
Does that count for guests and for hosts also?
Yeah, counts for everybody. As long as you back during or after, if you're on
We'll have to
stream,
deal
you
with some kind of
probably don't dox
multitasking thing.
yourself.
Yeah,
Just hit me up and I'll put you down for it.
sweet. But yeah, that's awesome, man. And is Ace at all tied in together with your other comics? Because for the people in the chat who don't know, oh, no, sorry. And by the way, I want to say hi to young G. What's that? Young Beef 254,
Yeah.
Doug
What
Bacon,
up, bro?
and for stopping by. And for the people that may not know, Edwin has a bunch of comics. He's got Ace, he's got Bloodbone, and he's
Hmm.
also got Raid of the Snow Leopard. So are
White
these
leopard.
all? Oh, the White Leopard. I'm sorry. Are they all connected, or is this in like a shared universe, or is each one in their own?
Oh no, these are. I think the multiverse has been kind of beat to death.
Yeah.
So I keep everything in the Drawn Aces verse is all separate. It's all its own thing. There won't really be any crossover. I might do maybe some like art crossovers. I've been thinking about some cool stuff I could do, like showcases some art. But yeah, as far as like story wise, they don't really fit together. I kind of like how separate and unique each one is. Ace deals with like aliens and space and all that. Then you got Bloodbone's completely street level. It's
Yep.
very basically it's like just a lot of enhanced humans, no real superpowers, no real. And then you have like Ray of the White Leopard, which kind of takes place in its own kind of world and time. And then it's also, has some like mysticism and stuff like that, which doesn't really cross over to the other story. So it's just good to have them all separate, and I can kind of flex different kind of writing muscles when I write each one.
Yeah, because each story, each setting, group of characters, and the plot line, it's all going to be different. From
Yeah.
one story to the next. So is that has that been challenging for you, or do you take that as you enjoy it? How do you approach that?
It's been a blast. Like it's good to just you go from like writing aliens and all the space and spaceships and all this kind of weird stuff, and then you get concretely like ground level. Like I just came off my last campaign was Bloodbone, so that's completely like super street level, just like a guy beating up criminals in a warehouse and stuff like that, and just kind of like this kind of funky, kind of like serial killer guys, getting beat up. Just kind of really just complete 180 as far as the writing process. So it just makes it fun, especially after like I take like a break from each one and I revisit it. It kind of like I have like fresh eyes for it.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you can tackle different IPs and then get freshened up for the next one. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And then after this one, are you jumping on to after this campaign funds and you get this one going? Are you jumping to Bloodbone next or Raid 2? What plans after this one?
Uh, I'm thinking of possibly doing a second chance for Raid. I think it kind of went under the radar,
Yeah.
for a lot of reasons and stuff. So I wouldn't might be revisiting that, maybe launching it on another site and see if I can get some fresh eyes on it. I think
That
it's a beautiful project, and I like to get
and
more eyeballs on it before doing the second one.
yeah, that one was exclusive, I think, to Fund My Comic.
Yeah,
The Raid
it
was.
was
Yeah,
yeah
yeah.
exclusively on Fun My Comics. So. But
Sweet.
yeah,
And then
well,
this one is on Indiegogo.
yeah, all the first two aces were on Indiegogo, so I decided to just keep it. You know, but yeah, once I finish up the first four issues and we have like the first arc complete, I'll definitely be looking to put Ace on different platforms.
Sweet.
Just you want to get some as many eyeballs on it as possible.
Yeah.
Like I really want to test out Kickstarter either this year or next year, and then maybe even Zoop. Just different, just trying to get spread these books wherever I can, really, just to get as many eyeballs and as many comic book fans
Yeah,
to
definitely.
kind of recognize it and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, I'm really trying to branch out in the next year or two and just kind of get out there more instead of just kind of staying in the Indiegogo going for my comic kind of zone. Both have been awesome, but like I said, it's just time to like expand more. And like this is my sixth crowdfunded project, so I just feel like a different comfort now. I just feel like I've fulfilled my campaigns. I've put
Yeah.
in the hard work and everything. So now it's just time to like expand and just kind of grow things.
Yeah. Yeah, and fulfilled on time. I remember I got Ace One when it was in demand, and it came great in good condition. Had some awesome prints. Still got my Mike McMahon print from
Yeah, that one came out
way
sick.
back in
Yeah.
the day. Yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah, and
So
the cool thing about each campaign, I always tell people like, jump on it. Like I do, like this one. Hopefully, will go a little while, but
yeah.
like everything is exclusive to the campaign. So any prints, any cards, this
Mhm.
cover right here, it won't be reprinted. Like everything's exclusive to the campaign. So like, if you like anything that you see, grab it because it really. I'll only print a little overhead just to like cover like reprints and like damages and like comps and stuff like that. So because I have my apartment isn't that big, so I can't have like boxes of stuff. Like I have because of like Mixum had sent me
Yeah.
like a bunch of damaged Ace twos. I literally at one point had like 8 boxes full of Ace comics and just in my apartment, just like
Man.
is madness. So I'm trying to pare down as much as I can. So I won't be
I can
overprinting
imagine.
too much. I'm trying to get rid of these comics and get in people's hands.
Nice. And you're still handling shipping yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to,
shipping and
all
fulfillment yourself.
manageable numbers. Yeah, so
Sweet.
no sense in getting that out there.
Yeah, awesome stuff, man. What's going on, JJ? Good to see you, man. Thank you for
Brother.
stopping by. Really appreciate it. One actually going to be on his show 2 days from now.
That's awesome.
Gotta promote my stuff too.
Oh yeah, really gotta get out there.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, man. And has there been any kind of thoughts or anything cross your head about having maybe like a fan art contest for one of these campaigns in the future?
Yeah, I did one for Ace 2. I did like
Nice.
the inside back cover. I think Jaro won it, so he had a great piece
Oh,
there.
Java.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
Java.
I'll probably do one for might do one for if I do like a second chance of raid. I might do a fan
Sweet.
art contest for that, maybe for Bloodbone for sure, because I know people
Yeah.
really like drawing Bloodbone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
before I even had put out the Ash Can, people were sending me fan art of the guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I was like, people just like drawing the character. He looks cool to draw and stuff. So definitely when I do like Bloodbone #1 next year, I'll definitely do like a big fan art for that because I know people like to draw the character. So
Sweet. Nice. That's awesome stuff, man. All right, good, man. And so you also have for the people like me who missed out on issue 2, you have catch-up tiers also.
yep, yeah. So like you're able to get volume 1, third printing of that, and then second printing of volume 2. So yeah,
Nice.
we also we have tons of like the add-ons and everything. So like you just try and make it as easy as I can to just like whatever you want to kind of pick and choose. Whatever you
Sweet.
want to get, you can kind of do that. So the add-ons are super simple and trying to make it I do like that about Indiegogo. You're able to set up all the add-ons and everything, so it makes it pretty easy as like a customer. You can kind of pick and choose what you like. So
Awesome. And that's where you can get the figure. You get the figure as an add-on.
you can get as a regular perk, but I think that's the
Okay.
only one that doesn't have any add-ons. Just
Oh,
because
there
the
it is.
shipping, I gotta figure out how to ship it, so it becomes a little more complicated with the figure. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
can
everything
imagine.
else, anything like books and stuff, you can, add a perk and then add anything else you want. If you want to add on a PDF copy or another physical copy, or you want 2 copies or all that stuff, you can do it through an add-on. Makes it pretty easy.
Yeah, definitely. And then all the information for this, for the people in the chat, all this information is in the description below. So please check it out, scroll through it. You got the figure right here for $30, and then you can do it as an add-on. Also, you got catch-up bundles. You got Joe Ball sketch cards. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
there's 2 left. That's Joe
Yes.
Ball is it's a steal. You won't find it for this price anywhere. Any
Yeah,
Joe
definitely.
Ball art, so you can go snag those. I already have those in hand, so uh,
Yeah,
look great.
that's awesome. Yeah, you got another one right here. Barracuda sketch card. Yeah, man. Joe's heavily working on his book, Death for the people in the chat. And, yeah, getting him to do stuff like to take commissions and stuff. It's not easy at all. So you need to
No,
get these.
yeah,
These awesome
definitely.
stuff, man. Awesome stuff. You see this first one I really want.
Yeah, the Desi one sold out quickly, so yeah.
Yeah, you guys need to get on that.
Yeah, and then we also got like
Awesome.
some cool stretch goals and stuff in the future once it gets funded and stuff. Trying to get some kind of additional art in people's hands. So
Which
yeah.
one's close to coming out? Like which is the next stretch goal
I'm gonna do one once it gets funded. Uh,
Okay.
I'll unveil what everybody gets once we cross the 3K. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Sweet. No, yeah, yeah. Edwin was able to get a figure for his good stuff, man.
Yeah.
And if you actually take a look back, like if you take a look back early in the stream, we saw him pull the helmet off the character's got a removable helmet, so and it's got a pretty good articulation. You should check it out
Yeah.
for real. That's awesome, man. That's good stuff. And how has the writing process, the creative process, been working with Avi? Like, are you still, or do you, were you able to do like fully finished scripts and then hand it off to Avi, or is it more normal method working with him now? Because you guys are working on your third issue, so I'm assuming things flow smoother this time around.
They've always been great. Like Canales is super easy to work with. We have a great
Yeah,
communication and stuff. Like we just kind of both kind of see where everything is going, and I have immense trust in them. I always send them like a full script, but I always tell them, you can play with it, and if I don't like it, I'll tell you, and you can change it back. So, but yeah, I trust his judgment and his layouts and everything. So, it was very smooth and easy working with him. Like I said, he just improves the storytelling
yeah,
and the aspects and everything. He's got great designs. Like he's the one who redesigned the Kula and gave him the robot legs. Uh,
nice.
Initially, he just had kind of like more kind of humanoid legs and stuff.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, so he's all the ships and everything are very much like him. He's got like a great touch for like the sci-fi stuff, the different worlds and planets, aliens, all that kind of stuff. Like he did a great job designing the high-end creatures, all the hyena guys. So yeah, man, he's just a super talented dude, man. So it's always good working with him. And yeah, hopefully we'll come up some more cool stuff for him to draw in Volume 4.
nice. Is Volume 4 already in the works, or is that going to wait till afterwards?
It's gonna wait a little bit. I have like a rough outline, but I won't really get into it probably until I'm done. At least until maybe a couple months, once it gets funded and stuff, and kind of see, you know, because right now I'm still all the art and colors are done for this.
Yeah,
The main story has been lettered. Just need the epilogue story to get lettered. I'm just going over the script one more time to just kind of tighten that up and before I send it to my letter or SK. So yeah, once I kind of do some more work on that, then I'll kind of have time to focus on and just kind of lock in on Ace 4.
do you have like an outline like already set out for the entire for this first arc, or just like
It's a loose
specific?
outline. Yeah, it's just kind of like
Yeah,
I kind of know where I want it to go and end. It's just about kind of getting the meat of it kind of done, figuring out the page count, all that stuff, and then I also got to figure out the epilogue, how that's gonna go. So yeah, we got some work to do, but that's always fun. Like I like just kind of bearing down on it, like because once the process starts, all different ideas can flow, and you can kind of like the stuff for like even Volume 3. Like I had a rough outline, but I reworked a lot of it once I kind of like locked down on it, and it's
yeah.
kind of made it more of like a team up book and stuff like that, and it just kind of flowed better. Like so, I don't like to get too caught up, make it too tight, so I can't like box myself in. Just kind of leave it loose, and then I can kind of tackle it fresh, and then make it as good as I can.
Is that something you would recommend, like new time first time creators, like not to necessarily have everything already set in stone, and be more flexible with it? Is that
Yeah, for sure. Like I think like you just want to be able to let the ideas flow. I've found myself like I had a really hard time uh doing Volume 2.
yeah,
Like I knew what I wanted to write, but I just couldn't get it into it. So this is one of the points where I just kind of had to step away from the table, and that's when I started working on these other side projects. And just kind of like once I kind of did those and I came back to it with fresh eyes, I wrote it in like an hour. After
nice.
like messing with it, and it's just like you don't want to force it. Just want to let the ideas kind of flow, and if you know the universe and you know the characters and you know kind of where you want to go, that'll kind of guide itself.
Yeah,
So one thing I've learned with all the projects is anytime I get stuck or anytime I get just bogged down and I don't like something, I just step away from it, go do something else. And then once you kind of retackle it with fresh eyes, like the ideas will flow, and you'll see like, oh, I know why I don't like this, or oh, where this can get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of been a process I've learned, just let stuff flow naturally. I'm somebody who's really good with coming up with ideas for stuff. It's always, it doesn't really matter what it's been for. Like if you need like help figuring something out, an idea for something, I've always been somebody who can just kind of like, all right, how about we do this and that? And it just, the ideas just flow naturally. So
Yeah.
like there's no reason to force it if they just come to you in that way.
Has there ever been a time where like you've let Ibai or Alan or somebody or another artist like come at you with ideas also, like do you bounce ideas off of other creators also, or is strictly or is it strictly your vision for the book?
I mean, it's my vision, but like I said, especially with a lot of stuff with like the epilogue story, the
Yeah.
epilogue story is super loose just because it's supposed to be a bit of a mystery piece.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to really know everything that's going on until later on. So that just
Okay.
gives a lot of room for the artist to kind of go nuts. So like a lot of the stuff that you see in the epilogue is just super loose scripting, and then kind of the artist kind of fills it in more. And yeah, like I said, I'm always like, if you can have an idea to make this better, hit me up about it. Like I
Yeah.
said, when Canales changed up Akula,
Yeah.
like
That's
it gave me like a whole different mindset of the character. Like I, I I like him a lot more now, like
yeah.
from like what I initially came up with him. So, like I said, all these guys that I've worked with, freaking Donald just shaped Bloodbone perfectly. The whole world, the character, the tone that I wanted for it. Canales always just, he loves a lot of the sci-fi and all that kind of stuff, the aliens, all that stuff. So, like I said, the book just kind of has taken a life of its own. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Even when I work with Avery and Raider the White Leopard, you know, man, he's so good an artist. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That he's not working on like some big book somewhere because he's just super talented. So yeah, all these guys make the books better. But yeah, I do always have a tight script just because, you know, it is my vision and it's kind of I'm guiding it. But yeah, if any of these guys can make it better, I'm always open to listening to ideas, and it's always fun working with them, man. Like I cannot recommend any of these guys any higher than I already do for anybody who wants to work with them. You know, these guys do
Yeah.
great work.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. I recently read No Cover, actually a while back, but yeah, Donald's work is amazing. He's got really good work. Really, I like the exaggeration, how he just makes things bigger, thinner, and flows. But there's so much energy in his work, and yeah, really good stuff. And Avery's been around for a while. He's been doing Lost Pages and a lot
Yeah,
of great work also, and
yeah, it's just
yeah, really good stuff. Yeah,
super talented dudes, man.
yeah, definitely. What's going on, Jimmy? Good to see you, man. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I don't usually stream at this time. Well, this is like something new happening with the show. With I had a previous time slot with the previous iteration of the show, and I'm getting new people in. So that's pretty good.
There you
Yeah, for anybody who's just now tuning in, back this right now during the live stream, and you'll get free stuff.
That's right. Get a
Yeah, back
exclusive
it now during. Yeah,
bonus item only available if you're back during the live stream. So
yeah. So
yeah,
you
it's
got like 20 minutes. You can do it. You can do it.
gonna be a cool piece of art that's only gonna be available, like I said, through the live stream. So it won't be on the campaign. So
Yeah. So get
I'll
it.
do
Get it.
something fun and different. Trying to do a little,
Definitely.
always trying to change things up. Just give a little enhancement to the campaigns and stuff. So
Yeah, awesome. And yeah, so I'm assuming like you have an idea, you send it to the artist, they give you back the pages. I'm assuming it's like it modifies a little bit the creative process for like moving forward. Because like one thing is what you have on written word, and I'm assuming it's another when you see the actual art.
yeah, and then like I said, Dennis. Once I get like the art and then the colors, I usually go and rework the script around it.
Yep.
I just kind of re-tighten it and just kind of. Sometimes I'll take out dialogue. It's another thing, like don't drown your pages in dialogue.
Yeah, there's got to be a
And
good balance. Yeah,
let
stuff turns me
let
off.
the art shine.
Yeah, yeah. Like when
Yeah,
it's like too much text, it's like, oh
yeah,
man,
just saying like
it
stuff.
becomes a chore. Yeah,
Like I'm trying to see this guy's art, and you have like
yeah,
dialogue box on top of dialogue box.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah.
balance is great. The balance is great here, and I mean, like for example, this page, you see like this the main priority, which is the ships approaching. You
Mhm.
see them completely perfectly fine, and then you get the text down here. Yeah, the layouts are great. Layouts are great.
Yeah. My
This page is
letter SK does a great job too. He's I've been working with him.
yeah,
God, it's probably like my fourth book I've done with him. So
yeah.
dude's
The art's
super
awesome.
talented. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Yeah, I agree, Jimmy. This book needs to be funded. I don't know why it
Yeah.
hasn't been already, but we're going to help out today. So make sure to get your copy today. Send your message in the chat, and you get free stuff. You get free stuff, man. And what other shows do you have planned for this, or have you done all of the rounds already, or
I've done some of them. I got I think I'm doing Mark Polton's Wednesday. I think I'm doing Doc's channel Wednesday also earlier in the day. I'm gonna hit up Creative Block. I think
yeah,
this
sweet.
week or next week. Still trying to get down the schedule, but yeah, I've been. I launched on Bancroft's. I've been on Joe Sontag's channel.
Nice,
Trying to make as many rounds as I can. I was doing the morning roast with Chris Saturday
nice.
with Hex Allen's channel also Saturday. Yeah,
Oh,
just trying
good
to
stuff.
land a mid. I do got a 9 to 5. I'm actually going to work at like probably head out like a little after 1. So
Yeah,
to work today. So yeah, it gets a little hard with the work schedule, but we're trying to we find ways around it and just kind of keep pushing and keep grinding it. I said so far we were keeping a good pace.
yeah,
For
definitely.
another announcement, tune into the Hardline tonight. Just gonna be some fun stuff. I'll probably tweet
When
something out later today. So
when is that show going?
Hardline is on
Ah,
Zaid Comics
Hardline. Okay.
channel. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
every Monday
Hardline.
at 10 p.m. So we're gonna have some news regarding Ace. Like I said, I'll probably tweet something out
Sweet.
later today. So stay tuned. It's gonna be fun. And yeah. So
If for the people in the chat, all of Edwin's information is in the description below. So be sure to follow him on Twitter, and so you know exactly when he's on the live stream,
yeah,
so that
guys.
you know you can get that free art.
Also, go hit up my Etsy store. I don't promote it enough. I should promote it more, but yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
can get
dope.
a remaining copy of Raid of the White Leopard. I think only got like 7 or 8 left,
Sweet.
so you can grab
Yeah, I
a
did some sketch
copy.
cards for that.
Yeah, it's great. Great sketch cards. I think I have a couple sketch cards up on the
Yeah,
Etsy also. You can check that out. I think you can also grab like a Bloodbone sketch cover available there.
sweet.
So yeah, I'm trying to
And you can also
get
get
it.
an Ace sketch cover.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, now the campaign right there. Shelby designed it, so he
Yeah,
was awesome enough to do that, and it's gonna have a lot of space on the card. Shelby's a super talented artist,
yeah,
so
definitely.
he doesn't like the logo to take up most of the cover, like the Marvel ones do. So he
Yeah, man, it's
designed this to
crazy.
have
It
like
gives
a
you like so
smaller
much.
logo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this one will have a smaller logo, and then you'll have a lot of room to draw. And the Bloodbone sketch covers came out awesome, like really good quality. So they were great to draw on, so this one should be the same. So
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, but yeah, so be sure to get that stuff. Get it now. Get it while we're on the show.
right, get it.
That's awesome, man. Are we gonna find out where Akula got his leg from, or is that
Uh,
was that mentioned?
Possibly. I do. I do have like a story idea for like an Akula one shot. Maybe doing like an ash can kind of like Bloodbone. Maybe doing like a small like Akula ash can campaign would be kind of cool to do like a fun Akula story. So he's definitely like I said, like he's become such like a fun character to write and stuff. So it was great kind of bringing him back in this issue and getting him involved. He's I compare a lot to Spike from Buffy. He's just like he's this character that's kind of like a complete pain in the ass to the main character, but he's just incredibly fun at the same time. So
Yeah. Awesome. And I didn't get a chance to ask you this before, but where did the idea for Ace come from? Like, how did you come up with that idea? Or was that something that you've had since high school? How did that come about?
no, Ace came right after I kind of joined like the indie movement really. Once I kind of got on Twitter and discovered like all these people were they just weren't feeling mainstream comics like I was, like I kind of
Yeah.
fell out of love with it. And I met a bunch of talented artists who were doing like cool art and stuff. And I had I had Sweeney's design like a Ace kind of avatar for me. And he did like a really dope design of the character. And I thought like, you know what, this would be cool to like, you know, do something more with. And that kind of what kicked off the idea of doing the Ace. I'm a big like a Darkhawk fan. And the
Oh,
idea of like
nice.
kind of borrowing some of those elements and putting it into this story was really kind of mixing it with like Green Lantern, which I'm another big fan of.
Yeah.
I'm taking both those worlds together, and that's kind of what sparked the Ace. Yeah, I worked on the script for a long time before doing anything, and I even had like a different artist start on like a couple pages. I think I had like maybe the first three. It's either 2 or 3 pages done by a different artist, and then he had some personal issues, so he had to drop out. And then that's when I reached out to Canales, like I was like, God, I've gotten Canales to commission some stuff, and we were super cool, like on Twitter and stuff. So reached out to Canales, and he was totally down with it, man. And he kind of, I said that's what started the process, really. And yeah, it's like I think it's like a year and a half before I tweeted out that the project was gonna happen and the mailing list and everything. So it was a long time, a lot of behind the scenes work on it. I just think it was so good that I did that I didn't try and rush it
Yeah.
because it just like it made everything so much smoother. I was able to have the campaign basically done beforehand, and just kind of be able to just focus on just promoting and kind of getting the word out and the story out. And it's something that I've learned from every campaign. Try to get as much done as I can at a time. Yeah, it's been a fun ride ever since, man. It's just it's probably started that I think in like 2019.
Yeah.
It's like so it's been like 5 years of like creating comics.
Man, that's awesome. And before that, you hadn't created anything comic wise.
Like I had dreams of working for Marvel when I was like in high school and stuff,
Oh, nice.
but I never had the talent for art. It's like it's one of those things like I'm very good imagining and kind of like describing stuff, but for me to put it down on paper, it just never really translated.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like I said, I've always been good about coming up with story ideas and on the creative side. I just we needed like an artist to kind of help channel it. And
Yeah.
that's been the great thing about discovering like this new indie scene. Like I get to work with some of the most talented artists that you can find anywhere. Like it's kind of crazy the fact of the list of guys that I've had do Ace stuff or any of my other projects has been kind of crazy when I look back at it.
Mm.
So yeah, it's like I said, it's one of those things where thought things were gonna go one way and then they ended up going another way, but it's kind of all meant to be, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And sorry to switch back, but when you said that the first artist had dropped out, and you had to bring Canales on to draw the book, did he have to start from scratch at that time?
No, the script was already done.
But was there art already done by the previous artist that he had to redraw, or
Yeah, he drew like the first 3 pages, I think.
okay,
I
so
gotta
not
go back. I gotta figure out like how many pages it actually was
yeah,
because I still have it like in a Dropbox somewhere. But yeah, he had just started it and then he kind of reached out and told me, he was going through some stuff and it's like, hey, don't worry about it. Like, we just literally started this. So that's when, like I said, I found Canales and him being on the book is really You know,
Yeah.
like I said, it just changed everything for me. Like I can't imagine working with anybody else. He made the process as like a first time creator super easy. And like I
Nice.
said, there was even like a point where I had messed up on the script. Like there was something like I don't know if I was writing a lot of stuff and maybe I forgot to save like progress on like a script or something. But there's like a couple pages near the end where I had just duplicated the same page layout. So I
Yeah.
don't know if like I had just messed that up and forgot to save it right. So I remember I hit him up. I was like, "Hey man, I got to rework these last couple pages. Like, can we like talk and hash it out?" He was like, "Yeah, man." So we got like on a StreamYard and we just kind of like hashed out the last couple pages, like super easy. And it was like, "Yeah, that's perfect, man. That's exactly where it should be." And he was like, "All right, done." And that was it, man. So he kind of saved me on that part. And yeah, like I said, so it's been a great process working with him. And yeah, so it's just all those kind of things you just kind of take for each project that you work on. And I try to maintain the same kind of work kind of environment and stuff with each artist, like I have like a great working relationship with Alan. He colors almost everything that I do, and he's just super talented and we have great kind of back and forth. It's great that I can kind of reach out to guys like Donald for different things, and like you know Shelby, he did the Bloodbone cover.
Yeah, that was a
He's done
great
some
cover.
sketch
Really
cards and
great
stuff
cover.
for me and stuff. So yeah, it's just cool, man. Like I think just people know, like I try to be as professional and just on it as not here to like mess around with everything. So when I reach out to guys like Dan Dahl and stuff, they know like I'm about it. So it's not a
Yeah.
really yeah. So like I said, I gotta write down like a list of every artist that I've worked with just so I can have like a reference for it.
Yeah.
It's
Your
just
Rolodex.
yeah, because it's been crazy, like literally, like pinups, trading cards, all this kind of stuff, covers.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, just got to sit down and kind of go through it because it's been great, man. Like hopefully I can, I got some more stuff coming too, like with some surprised artists and stuff. So yeah, it's
Nice.
gonna be crazy.
Are there any plans in the future for having like a collected edition of Ace, like maybe after the first arc is done, or
Yeah, like I definitely want to do like a nice trade for the first 4 issues and
eh,
put
or
that out.
or any ideas like what um what Phil is doing with the Lost Pages. Like he put out this tome. It's got like the like almost all of his content like in small manga digest issues. Or is that something that you consider also?
Yeah, I probably want to do more than the first 4 for that. I'd want to
Yeah.
maybe do like 8 or something so I can really have like a nice little thick one. That'd
Yeah.
be cool to
Nice.
do. But yeah, like I definitely want to get some collected editions. I was thinking about maybe getting some like because I have like tons of art and stuff that didn't even make the book or just
Yeah.
like maybe it's like a stretch goal that never panned out. I would love to just be able to get everything like additional, like tons of like maybe even have those original Ace pages. Put
Yeah.
those like in just just so people can see the process. I have a lot of like
Yeah.
character designs and different stuff that I would love to just kind of like put in like a big kind of nice cool trade. It'd be cool to like for people to see like from like 2019 to like now all the different
Yeah.
Ace stuff. That mm,
That's awesome. Because something that comes to mind when you mentioned that is that book that Dave brought out from Genuine Comics with like the art, like all of the artwork, all the
yeah,
pinup art. He put it together as a book.
yeah,
I
it's
think
a
that's a
really
pretty
cool
cool
idea.
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's so many pinups, there's so many cards, a lot
yeah,
of trading
literally
card
like
art,
there's so much like
fan
stuff like
art.
if I look through like the drop box, it's just like sometimes I'll just scroll through it and just be like, man, I remember this piece. Like this is forever ago. Like yeah, so it'd be cool
Nice,
to have one place where everything is there and you can just kind of pick up the trade and just flip through it and just kind of go from start to finish.
nice, awesome. You're really good friends with Phil and the people from Zay Comics. Has there ever been any kind of talks of like crossing over characters? Maybe like Ace meets the Silhouette or something like that, or has there any ever
Yeah,
been?
we'll definitely talk about it in the future. I did do like a Ace against Vane print, I think for Ace Volume 2, which was pretty sick. Edwin is one of the Lost Pages characters. He was on the supplemental of the first one.
Yeah.
That's a cool little kind of crossover print. We've done like the hardline characters together. We thought maybe doing like a villains of the hardline, putting like a poster or something or print together for that. So there's
Or
different
maybe,
stuff in the future.
or maybe have a comic called Hardline featuring characters from the show, like
Yeah,
your characters
that
as
would be
villains.
cool.
You
Yeah,
know,
so a lot of stuff that we're all so busy. Like it's kind of
untapped.
crazy.
Yeah,
Like we all have so many things that we're doing. This because sometimes we're
yeah,
just like it's crazy that we've been kind of we've put out so many books and different stuff over the last couple of years. Man, it's really been kind of crazy.
yeah. The biggest problem for I think all of us is time. Like we just so many cool ideas, we just don't
Not
have the
enough
time
hours
to.
in the day, man. Not
Yeah,
enough hours in the day.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that could
Speaking of
change
which,
that. Like,
I do gotta start getting ready to go to work.
yeah,
So
yeah,
let
no
me just.
problem. Just before we head out, where can we find you? You also mentioned that today you have an upcoming show. Tell us
Yeah.
where we can find you at.
Yeah, so number one place you can always find me is on Twitter. I'm at Edwin Aces. Any updates, news, whatever is usually the first place you can go to find out anything that's going on with me. I'll be on the Hardline tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Zaid Comics YouTube channel. I'll be dropping some Ace news and hanging with the crew, to get into all sorts of shenanigans and the different things. And yeah, guys, go. Please check out the Ace Volume 3 if you have a friend who might like some of the stuff we're doing in Ace. You can go send them the link. It's all appreciated. The shares and getting eyeballs. And one thing we learned in this in indie space is the more eyeballs on a project, the better. Even if you can't back or whatever, share it out to your friends. If you're on different sites and you got like a big comic book following, drop it in the Facebook groups, all that fun stuff. Just get it out to people. It really, people are always. I'm always surprised. Like people are discovering the book from different places, and there's a lot of comic book fans or people who are lapsed comic book fans are looking for something cool that they can get. And I think like now that I built up a track record of fulfillment and different projects and stuff, people know that they can depend that they're gonna get their books and there's gonna be quality. Yeah, go check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I can attest to that because he's Edwin's been putting out campaign after campaign, and never a late fulfilled book, never any serious issues, and a stand up guy who does the work and makes sure that customers get what they paid for. So, yeah, definitely back it. If you can't today, then tomorrow or later today, and please tune into the hard line because you can still back the book while you watch it and get free stuff.
That's right.
So yeah, man. And on my end, I also have just a few things that I want to announce. I'm going to be on JJ's stream show. JJ here. I'm going to be on his show um, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. So be sure to follow JJ, subscribe to his channel. I'll have his information in the community tab, so check that out. And then also I want to announce or just also tell you guys again that I'm going to be participating in the Red Valkyrie Underground Art Auction, which is coming in a few weeks on July 13th, which is a Saturday. So that day I'll be able to auction off a lot of great art, and I'll be posting images of what that art is. I should have came better prepared, but I have some trading some turtle sketch cards that I did for it, and I'll have that up available at the auction. So check me out. Tune in for that on the 13th, July 13th. I'm in the 4 o'clock, the 7 o'clock slot, 4 p.m., 7 p.m. So please be sure to check it out for me then, and also on Wednesday night. And yeah, JJ, he attests, he agrees. It's going to be great. And that's it. That's all on my end. It was always a pleasure to hang out with you guys in the chat, to hang out with Edwin again. It's been a long time since the last time he was here was for promoting Raid, and so it's good to have him come back. And that's it. So thank you very much to everybody in the chat. Thank you, Edwin, very much for stopping by, and I will be informing everyone in the show when I'm going to have a next one because I'm not quite sure yet. But I will be informing you guys as soon as I have any information on that. And that's it. That's pretty much it. Thank you very much.
Peace.
Have a great one. Take care. And just like that, we are out. Wait, one second. Okay, we're out.